Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we love what is throwing up our balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for.
And welcome back, everyone, to another week of Conference 1. Not Valorant, sorry, week by week, day by day. More exciting games, more colleges competing, and more reasons to sit down and stop whatever you're doing and pay attention to us and us only. I will be the caster for the evening, Ravishing Ravish, the most ravishing man on the internet. And I'm joined here by my side yet again by my wonderful duo, Miss Kudahan Neko. How you doing?
Doing great tonight, Ravish.
Thank you. After all, that's all you can say to me. That's it, huh?
What else do you want me to say to you? We've been talking for the past half hour. Like, we've gotten everything out of our systems. I'm ready to get into the game
anymore. You know what? You're right. We are ready to get into the games. But, you know, before we get into all of that, too, I believe let's set up what we got going on tonight, bro. Let's set up the brackets, the reasoning, the power rankings, and everything on all sorts, so you understand as well as we do. Which we know right now, going into round 2 for our Central Region tonight, man. These are our first and overall standings. We will be watching 2 fantastic teams going into today. Which just tell me a bit about those teams.
Yeah, so tonight we're going to be seeing UH Premier, which is University of Houston, and then Western University. So we're actually going from one end of these standings to the other, as UH Premier still remains undefeated, and they have not dropped a match since December, which is pretty impressive.
Exactly, they remain undefeated. So we'll see if the rank chooses to continue. As looking at the overall rankings with the Central Region, right? We see OSU Valorant as well, absolutely killing all these guys. Still 2-0, a strong start to the season. All the way to the bottom, unfortunately, Western and U has had a bit has been struggling a little bit as they've gone throughout, but with this brand new season coming too, right? We also heard that they also had some new people coming in, some new practices, and some new tactics that they want to dawn upon us. So although Icebox was not picked today, what I'm still excited for, right, is if you could possibly bring out the Viper tech on any of the other maps, because really and honestly, bro, Viper is actually really, really strong. She does exuberant and abhorrent amounts of damage to people who simply walk through the wall. Like, suddenly my shield is gone.
Yeah, suddenly, and I'm dead also. It's like 3 shots instead of 4 or 5.
It's shocking, and I'd absolutely despise it. But like we're talking about before, the match tonight that we have, right, is going to be Western versus Houston. Now, we're saying before, Houston has been an absolute powerhouse team, like you mentioned, undefeated. They were the winners of the previous season for Conference 1, and going into today as well, like you said, will they drop against them is the real question. Because so far, they've shown absolute dominance on the other end for Western, right? Like you said, a bit of the weaker side, 0-2 currently so far. So they're looking to really climb a mountain here, Jess.
Yeah, of course. And this split is 5 weeks, and we are already almost halfway through. And as a reminder, the top 4 teams from each group makes it to the playoffs. So right now, it seems like UH Premier is more playing for that seeding, while Western University is trying to keep themselves back in it.
Because right now, unfortunately, as you see already, every single one of them, Will Beanies, Kieran, and Scott, they all got UH Premier all the way almost to the top, and at least in the top 4 to 5 spots. Beanies actually got them pretty high, so a respectable opinion. We'll see if this does land out. But if we're looking at this week's power rankings, right? UH Premier, I've got a lot to show for themselves, so I'm expecting strong performances for them going into tonight, Jess.
Yeah, I am too. And they did, one thing to note, they've removed Icebox twice now. And that makes me very upset, honestly, Ravish.
You know what? Just wanted to make you upset. Tell me about your feelings. Talk to me, as you know that you do.
Icebox is just such an amazing map. I can't stop gushing about it because you can just do so much. And especially with now the Viper meta kind of being the norm, seeing a good Viper and then also a good Astra on Icebox is a fun game to cast, let me tell you.
I agree. Icebox has been honestly a fan favorite of mine, especially since I hopped into watching this game absolutely unfold out until, Oasis comes out, which it's not a weapon skin, it's a map. I'm telling y'all, bro, don't trip on nothing.
Is it not called Breeze?
Bro, isn't it called... Wait. No.
Maybe
I'm tripping. I swear it's called Oasis. It's some. Either way, it's literally like the beach episode of Valorant. Is literally coming to it. It's
Yeah,
finally
I
gonna
saw that people
happen.
were posting like the Mario Kart like beach
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
They're posting
yeah,
pictures. This is a
yeah.
new Valorant map, guys.
Yeah, bro. Is oh man, I'm actually forgetting the name. It's like I know, like I know it's called like something beach, like Coop Beach, something
It's
like
like
that. But
Turtle Beach.
it's
No, that
not
sounds
Turtle
weird.
Beach, bro. Because this is like original map from the first like 64 you got going on. It was, gosh, it's a good
You seem
map, but
like you're
that
dating
doesn't matter.
yourself.
Whoa. What did you say, me? Chill. Just because I had a fun childhood, don't and you didn't,
Hey,
don't go put that on
hey!
me. Okay, playing games is fun, but we're not here to talk about ourselves. We're here to talk about the games and the teams going into tonight, right? So let's talk a little bit about the maps that have been taken out of the way. We already mentioned Icebox, the no fun, just the no fun good map that nobody wants to play is of course already out. And which that we taken out by Houston, but take us through the rest, Jess.
Yeah, so it seems like Western University have removed Split, which is my other favorite map. So I guess we'll be going to Ascent first, as UH Premier have picked that. Western will pick the defense to start. Then for their second map, at least the ones that we will be seeing, Western has picked Bind, and Houston has picked the defense as well. So both teams will be starting on the defense. And map 3, if it goes to map 3, of course, will be Haven. So if it goes to map 3, I want to see an Astra. One team, please give me Astra.
We hope for nothing more currently as the Astra meta does shake out as of right now. Thank you. Yeah, it's as the does shake out, we've seen her become more and more prevalent, and honestly, a staple in so many of people's compositions based around her versatility to be able to just do so much. I find on Ascent is where she's become a lot more prevalent on maps like that. Not so much on the super open ones like Icebox and such, but on Bind it would be an interesting situation. I would still have to see, especially because of all the tight corridors. I will say this: look, here's my hot take of the week. I think Bind is boring.
I'm waiting. I'm ready.
Okay, Bind is boring. I think Bind just
not a hot
across
take.
the board. Thank you. Okay, cool. It's literally just a 2-lane entry map everywhere you go. You go from one place to the other. The only with what I have to call teleporter semantics. That's the most that can really be offered inside of the game, right? Which makes it a lot more interesting. I remember when I was first seeing like all the beta and the videos come out back when Offline TV was playing for the first time, with Myth and everybody else. Like it seemed really cool. I was like, whoa, a TP you can get across the map anywhere. Now I'm like, John, I'm bored. I know where you are. Stop it. Everybody in the world knows where you are. It's become stale, Jess. But that's of course personally just my opinion. As about the lobbies should be ready anytime soon. So we'll have your first map of the day very, very soon, Jess. But I mean, you let me know, Jess. Are you a fan of Bind?
I said that your take on Bind was not a hot take. So technically, I'm like not a 100% fan of Bind like I am with Icebox, but I think it's all right. As long as teams actually like use the teleporters, it keeps things kind of interesting. But other than that, I like playing it just because I know where all the cipher setups are. So I still like playing it. Like, don't get me wrong. I just, sometimes it gets boring. I do agree.
As I'm getting word that actually we do have a bit of a delay coming in for ourselves, but sooner than later we should be able to set the lobby up for y'all here, Jess. So while we move into that, right? Going into Ascent is our first map, right? We were talking about it before that like Houston right now has honestly a lot of the power of the situation. They have to be able to come out absolutely swinging. They're on the defense first, and on the other end, like if perhaps we were to go to an even half, I do genuinely give a chance. Like I do genuinely give a chance over to Western, able to possibly bring it back. Because if they aren't able to have a statement half on the defense on Ascent, like it's maybe we might be in for a lot more shenanigans semantics than we thought that before, Jess. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I think that as many rounds as defense as they can get as possible on the defense will do them good. I'm hoping for at least 5. I think a 7-5 half should be quite comfortable. On the defense, obviously 6-6 would be ideal, or even like a 7-5 would be even better. But I think at least securing maybe 5 rounds. At least securing 5 rounds, even 4. I think 8-4 is still comebackable, but once you get to the 3-2-1 territory and you're going on the attack after that, you really have to pop off. You really just gotta smeeg.
Okay. For those
stop laughing every time I'm saying it.
Because it sounds ridiculous coming out of your mouth, I'll be honest, Marissa. Okay, all right,
I'm trying my best.
I know you are. That's the funniest part, honestly. So, before I berate you on it, for those who may not know, tell people what smeeging is, just so they understand. So we're not losing anybody here.
So smeeging, you run all together onto a site without a care in the world. You can flash out, dash in, do anything, and the defenders should be keyword surprised.
Okay, so essentially you just use all your utility and run it on the site, and then literally just hope that happens. Like, that's literally all you're doing, what I'm assuming, right? So, yeah, okay, cool. I understand. Thank you. It's would you say that smeeging requires skill, or can anybody do smeeging? Could, let's say, the people watching at home smeeg?
I think everyone can smeeg as long as you try hard enough.
Wow. Inspiring words from KhazixMayJump. Y'all go ahead, take notes at home, put that on a shirt. Everyone can smeeg. You have to try hard enough. I'll put that on my chest right here to make sure to remind y'all day in and day out. Right? Which is what matters, as I believe we're waiting for just one more player. Right, so they're starting with the Valorant. Somebody didn't patch on patch day, which is disappointing. Honestly, come on, what could you not be doing besides playing Valorant day in and day out? Right, I know some people might be so abhorrent to play League of Legends at night, but that could have been me. Could it, Jess?
I mean, I guess Ravish, I did see you playing unrated earlier today.
I did, because my life is Valorant, nothing but. I've never even touched League in my entire life, of course. But
but I did see you on League last night.
No, that wasn't me. I haven't been there.
Account sharing, TOS.
I'm getting boosted. You caught me. That's how I'm challenging. Yeah, that's exactly that's happening. As I believe we're to cut into a very, very short break while we get everything figured out. And when we come back, we'll have game number 1 for y'all. Don't go nowhere.
looking down from the heights that we have built all by ourselves. And there is fear of the unknown, but we cannot lose control when we feel like the world is against us. We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for.
And welcome back, everybody. We're at game number 1 between Western and University of Houston Premier Pre-Show winning round. Everybody in, everybody's ready. We're going to ascent, Jess, and there is the Astra we was talking about. Or is this everything you dreamed about?
Yep, I am very excited to see that. And, ooh, it's an Astra Killjoy. All right, it's over.
Okay, why is it over? Why? Tell me. For my three-headed brain, explain that to me, please.
I just want to say that an Astra Killjoy hold on any site, especially like on B, if you have the gravity well and have the swarm grenades, you're going to get pulled into the toaster oven on the sidewalk. And once you go into the oven, you're not coming out until you are crispy.
Is that what we're calling it, that toaster oven?
Yeah.
Right, I respect
I've definitely called it toaster oven like more often than not. And
you know what?
I guess you don't know me.
I don't. It's just because, like you said before, we don't talk anymore, Jess. You just don't.
No.
Like, when was the last time we just sat down? Just like only fun facts about yourself. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Probably yesterday.
Probably yesterday, yeah. But we can. We can discuss this another time as we see Western. Like you mentioned them on the defense. At least they're not set up across the board, though. But look at US Premier taking over mid right now, Jess.
Yeah, they are. Remember, I'm Kura on Cast Ravish. I'm not like you. I don't have the same name, or else it would be the other Jess. But they're just going to push in right now. That's going to be smoke. Ooh. But Eric on the other side has already caught out one of those defenders. There's still another one, though, and I don't think they know.
I doubt they do. Is this only both the way out of sight?
Oh!
Okay, Jelly moves in. Nice shot. Okay, and another. To start it all off, though, put in the situation with Billy in their favor. We're saying Western, you these guys, the underdogs. Jay comes back, gets one. Runs out of bullets to Frenzy. He's good, but not enough for a double. Oxy.
Now it's going to be the last member, Jivy.
Moves in, shots okay. Jivy, like you mentioned, one person left.
Oh!
It's a second. Can he do this? Can he just? No, he cannot. Sam.
Oh.
Last shot.
That was so close. Western University now have put themselves into the lead. And it was just that two members already in one, taking advantage of that Astra smoke at the front of that A site. Tucked themselves into an advantageous position. Good thing that both of them did not peek out at once, as Exotic there stayed there for such a long time at the pick off too with the grenade as well, just keeping UH Premier on that site. So now going into this, we see the Killjoy has set up outside of B. Not the toaster oven on sidewalk though, but it is the swarm grenade sitting at the front of site.
In both B and A, right? You see this positioning from both of these sides. So the smokes are already out. The spike position more towards the A, but after they've been controlled, he gets caught out right away. The clean, just a far long shot. That's how we expect the last to move in one after the other. Giselle. That's the second and the third. That's almost the ace with just a Spectre. By the end of it, can he get the fifth? Mix in. That's the ace. Giselle.
Wow. An ace to finish off that second round. Giselle. What a play. It was just the Spectre mowing them down. Honestly, no Leers needed. Just aim. Just aim. Now, that is already going to be the Empress charge going up into round number 3. And that just becomes so much more scary for UH Premier. But at least they will have the rifles going into this round. They've moved outside of B once again, not deciding to push mid. They'll want to try to run into the Reyna once again. So Vidar not going to be able to find anybody. So it's going to be a 3-man unit moving up. But there is that alarm bot there, which will spot them out. And it's going to be 2 members of Western just trying to push out of A, but they're getting pinched on B site.
They're already in on the side here, Kura, but soon peeks in. Look, this BB gets out, jumps in, taken down immediately by Eric. So now we'll see how they once we hold it on the site. Western U doing a fantastic job. A spike is planted 3v3 with them all positioned all at the back near boathouse. Still quite looking it through market. But a little bit of extra pre-fires right now. But the question is, how does Western U get back in? Does they have econ advantage going up because pistols and the peak is good from Koi. Watch as they clutch just one person left for you for Western U. Make that 2. Make that 1. I was right. Nope, I was right. It is just 1. Just that moves in. Try will take him down. Koi with the 4K by the end of it.
Wow, UH Premier really establishing their dominance on that B side. I was going to say they have the Astra smoke to try to take it out, but the Astra already so low. It's immediately dead in market. It's going to just be the Reyna and the Rays not able to get onto the site after that, especially with the dark cover and the hot hands coming out and the lucky spray through the smoke. So now going into this, it really seems like UH Premier is leaning toward this mid B side. Hasn't really needed to deal with the Killjoy as she was immediately killed once they went onto the site through mid. Maybe the early dark cover just in case the Reyna's hanging out there again. But Jayzaz is going to be going more toward A main and the back of Garden. That's the alarm bot.
Or push is moving through mid though. Take it out again. Get concussed all the way to the back, but Sam peeking get through the smoke as before the Cloudburst can go down. It's a beautiful headshot. Able to stay off their push for a little bit longer. Will I force to rotate? But no. Gravity well there to just let them know that they're aware of their presence. Now it is up to UH Premier to see how they possibly might want to rotate out of the site. They still stay mid though here, just they're drawing a lot of attention over here as well. A site still has one person right down by trees, but now UH Premier stuck in a bit of a hold.
Yeah, there wasn't too much noise made, just a dark cover coming out mid to not allow Western University to get any more information. Silva's sitting at the back of B, so that's not going to be any recon darts. But here, Exotic's going to have that first point of contact.
Already moving Cloudburst out to, not like you mentioned, Toxic. Alright, Exotic moves at the back. All the rest of the grenade gets the door, gets shot. The door confirmed the kill.
Oh.
Nice peek around by hand to take down 2. There's only 2 left on the site. Empress is still there. They puts on the turret. Eric trying to be some more advantageous position, but now it's just Lee Moon Wei. One more kill would give the Hunter's Fury, but he's up against all 5. And although it's pain, he's just a little bit off. He cannot stop.
Oh, does pick out 1 though, but that is still going to be the lead to Western University, and they are having a very strong showing. Just getting those initial picks off UH Premier. They tried pushing mid again, and it did not work that time. So they're going to have to go onto a bit of a scuffed by with that save. Jayu looking to pull out. Okay. Oh, it looks like they're actually going to force up here onto several guns. 3 rifles to be exact. They do have 4 ultimates available with the run it back, the lockdown, Bladestorm already going to be popped, and the Hunter's Fury. So they are taking advantage of that. Try to get themselves another round. So a drone going for a... Oh, Jayzao pushed out, but going to get punished.
Really nice timing there as well from Quay too. We've seen this man pop up before. Before getting the back, plus the 100 to clear out trees. He's paranoid and stopped, and it doesn't even matter if one ultimate didn't get him, the other would though. But now, that's there. Nice shot. On the way to shut down the Phoenix, but now still makes it a 4v3. Spike goes down here, Jess. Correct.
Yeah, Western University, they know that UH Premier like to play somebody back in Garden, so had to make sure to check that as the rest of the members went onto the site. Jivy gonna hold this angle, but the recon drone unfortunately is going to spot them out.
I mean, they can't go for the retake too. We see Western U might want to try to possibly save or get immediate kills or exit frags at the back, but they're going all in for it. Into heaven. Will use a lot of damage, but the judge takes out 1 at the back. Nice little crossfire from both sides, and UH Premier come out on top.
And they invested that Harness Fury and the Blade Storm into this round, and it was a good gamble. Able to pick up that round and pick up those rifles for themselves, as we see here. Oh, that's just going to be the blind Hunter's Fury and knives to their face. Very unfortunate 3-2, but Western University still have those ultimates to work with from that previous round with the Empress, with the Cosmic Divide, and the Showstopper. Looks like they're going to have more of a presence mid, as soon is going to be only on that Sheriff. They're looking to push out aggressive here as the Killjoy lockdown goes down.
Yeah, look at the full push out through B here, but Chase out this time got punished before. But the peeking through mid will at least get one. Be good for that. At least get a man advantage as he was running back along with the lockdown. Okay, more one space on the side. He's getting sucked in. Those are all mid. He has a drone now too. Gets one, can't get the second, but there's one of them all. Right down into market in a 3v4. Or slots the John down as of yet, but Max is taking a lot of damage too. He went up to meditate, but it came down to death, unfortunately. And now, I still not planted as of yet, and now it will be. Western U stuck on the retake.
It's only going to be the Killjoy and the Raze. No flashes and no smokes. Be a very difficult retake, especially since somebody is still sitting in B main. And oh, that is...
Oh!
Okay, it's going to be a trade.
Yeah, showstopper out. Good for, yeah, like you mentioned, at least go for the trade. But with Willie, with only one person left, not much he could do. No smokes, no flashes, just a couple of mollies, so nobody's getting fried today.
And I think that was almost a good trade if they didn't get spotted by that recon dart at the very end. Just getting spammed through the wall there. UH have now tied it up 3-3. Still ultimates on the side of Western University, though, as they're going on to a save. So I'm going to look for Jay Zhao to try to get a pick onto a member of UH so they could pick up a rifle and then potentially pop off with that Empress.
Standing ahead.
Didn't do it before, though, because UH Premier not being able to bring it back to a 3-3 score. Said that these guys have been popped out for a long time, but soon peeks in, even on these team, unfortunately. Can't land the shot, but tags it for one, though, is quite low. We'll have to probably pop the molly, try to heal it back up. Doing so in the corner, and nicely well done, but now the spotted peeks in. No!
Oh!
Ooh, gets punished. Nice trade by Koi. Now there's running down all of Western U with one person left. And Willie with the classic. I mean, I'm hoping he at least be able to get a couple pot shots out of it. Maybe he gets one, but it's not looking good here.
Yeah, all the utility has been left in B and mid. So they won't really have too much to retake that set, especially since the door is already down. Glass has not been broken, and the Killjoy turret is just watching this. Looks like they're just going to be going for those exits if anybody decides to come out and be greedy.
Put the door back up, man. This is the interesting strat. Just to punish him. I respect.
Hey, Western University, they had to try to do something there, right? There was the Omen smoke that already was down mid, and soon was like, all right, if I push through that smoke, what UH Premier might not expect that, and I could get a free kill and a free gun. Not able to happen, though, and then at least Jay Zhao did pick off a member at Cat, but could not pick up the weapon and dismiss away, so gets punished for that as well. Now UH Premier finally putting themselves into the lead with the run it back online. They're not going B and mid anymore. They are going A.
A little bit of change up, always welcome in these 16 strikes. Actually, that was a really nice recon too, with the catch out the Raze. Good grenade at least to stay them off a little bit. Make sure the running back isn't as effective. Flash in, the door's already smoked, but they're all waiting for them outside and back onto trees. The questions will be how they possibly move in. Though we're looking at Toxic, it must make a difference. A spike goes down. In fact, they do have the site on lockdown though. Can they come back for this? And all up, down, and heaven. Shock Dart goes in. At least the posse all needs to tag out one, but it's still a 5v5. Puts out the wall along with the eyes at the back. The lead gonna bind them for a little bit longer, but it doesn't necessarily matter because the wall's blocking everybody off. They're able to hear this. Just now drops in, shots out. There has to reload and likely die. And every single one of Western is dropping one after another. Only with the classic lead, able to trade one back, but triple cable lead on way.
That was kind of a crazy hold. There were 3 members held there. And then 2 were stuck in aiming with that Cosmic Divide, separating them. But Western University, at least they had the right idea, right? The Sova drone came out of B, did not find anybody, and with the run it back popped on A, they knew it was an A hit. So Astra and I believe, who was the other person holding on site? The other member holding on site were just able to back off and at least make it a 5v5 retake situation. Best situation they could have put themselves in. Now, this time they're doing more of a split, but Jay Zhao, this time they're going to be able to dismiss out. Not sure if they picked up the weapon though. They could look to punish more.
Jay Zhao is, I believe there are 2 for 1 right now in terms of those peaks though, with the pump out on top. So I respect the decision, right? Because with those kind of odds, you will take that kind of gunfight any day of the week. But still, Houston focusing more of their efforts still on the A side. Spike is mid, but there's no real control that either the Willie still have it go on the save. Unfortunately, with only a short trying to hold down trees, but they see the side is open. They should call in for all the rotations to come in.
And the Sova drone comes out, but it looks like they're actually going to stick on to going A.
Breast already out. You want to use the retribution to be able to clear out heaven. And here at the back door, everybody just sitting up, chilling in trees. Leave him away. Do we see him? Peeking out by wine off site. They cleared him out. G-Sal peeks in. Trying to possibly stop the plan, but now the question: how would Jiffy do? Nice peek by. And he's stuck down toxic, but the lockdown gonna hold him off. But for how long here, Greta?
It will be for quite a while. There is natural smoke sitting at the front of the site, so it will not have any sight lines, but it is still a 3v4, and they have a gun disadvantage.
If something happened, they're all just positioned outside. They know where the spike is. They just run them down. The question is how aggressive they want to be. Question is by just W keying it forward. At least making it 2v1, but Western doesn't have any time. Max will do what we can on the exit, hold it down, but he has to know he'll watch the right flash before his eyes.
Of course, and that shock dart looks like Lima Wei has those lineups. They were able to just completely take out that member on the spike and provide UH Premier with that much more pressure. Now going to this UH Premier, they're on a hot streak. They've won 5 rounds in a row just using an ult every round after they had those 4 ultimates. Bladestorm up this round. Will they use it? On the side of Western University, at least they do have the Hunter's Fury coming out from soon. Won't have a lockdown to counter though, so you could try to use that as for a pick, as that is going to be the drone spotting out those members. Just going to try to use those shock darts to take off some health, but not going to pop that Hunter's Fury as of yet.
Spike is still outside of the nice trade. You know what? You toxic tried to do what Jayza did before she gets punished for it, man. This is why you gotta balance the odds. You gotta play the house. You can't test your luck a bit too often here, Kura. But still not resulting in UH Premier getting the man advantage too. Spike's still outside B. We'll see what they decide to do with it, as they do have full mid control as well.
They do. There's no alarm bar there this time, which will not tip off Western University to their presence, but it looks like they are just congregating around A with Koi sitting at B, but they're not really going to have flashes except for the paranoia to come on.
Gravity Walls Q just going to stop them for a little bit longer, but Jason's all the way to the top. He's up against a lot of opposition, only has 1 Lear left, but really, we've seen him in this position so many times, and there we go. Confirm what ability traded back. Exactly what you want to see from UH Premier. Jason not in, not through the smoke. He is a prime target for the picking. Nice Fury. That's what we were waiting for. We'll stop the plan for a little bit longer, but it's just not enough. The second click does not hit. And Koi catches 1 more on the retain. That'll spell the end for the round 6 in a row, I believe, for UH.
Yeah, I was surprised that they left Koi on the lurk, but it did work out there and in the end, as they were just able to sit in spawn and take them out because there was no alarm bot mid. As I mentioned, they had no information about that. Now going to this round, Western University have to be very careful. I want to see them hit that 4-round mark at least. 5 rounds would be great, but they have 2 more rounds to do this. Gonna have a bit of attack pause, and it should be coming back shortly as UH Premier. They did not use any ults that last round. It seems like I was mistaken, but the run it back is coming out this round as he was able to pick up those last 2 kills. Will have full guns and full everything for the rest of this time as Western University is pushed back onto a save. So it looks like they're going to put all their eggs in the next round's basket.
We did list a couple of options right at the beginning for acceptable round numbers, right? You just mentioned one of them before. 8-4 wouldn't be too bad. Like 17 right now, how it's looking, maybe even like 9-3, but it's looking out to be. But this is already a much closer performance that we kind of were thinking out of Western U, right? We said it before that these guys have been the underdogs essentially this entire matchup throughout the entire season. They haven't gotten off to the hottest start, but UH Premier as well. Them two losing the first 2 pistols might be a sign that Western could definitely come back into this even on the attack as well. But it all remains to be seen. This is all semantics and prediction, right? Now, Kurt, as we look at it right now, based upon the setup that we have, everybody's outside B right now. So I want you to reach into your Nostradamus brain. You mentioned that a couple of ultimates could come out first. How do you imagine this round playing out?
So what I imagine is that they scope out B, they start slow, play for contact, and once they hit the front of B main, we'll see Koi use the run it back to try to get onto a site. I think they'll try to clear a sidewalk. Don't think they won't hear any killjoy utility though, so they might actually choose to go somewhere else. They could clear market with the Phoenix ult instead of clearing site, but I think it'll be used there, and then the rest of the team will come in after, or we can have a 3-2 split and go up mid again, as it seems like they really like doing that when they push the B site. I think it's mostly to just avoid the killjoy utility that is on lane, as I think one time we had Willie playing inside of boathouse, like the front boathouse. Actually, now that I say that, do you call the front boathouse or the back boathouse?
So I call the front.
There's only one right
door.
answer.
I literally just call it door because that little hut is where the switch is. So call it door, call it switch. I think switch is probably easier. So I call it back boathouse. You call them both boathouse? That's so confusing.
No. I call the front boathouse and I call the back just back site.
I mean, I get that. I understand, but here's my argument, right? Because look,
all right.
There's no boats in the boathouse that you're saying there are boats in. There's boats at the back as we're heading into game. Yeah. I'm sure of it, but I expect them to push all the way out. Just got possible before. Nice 1-for-1, but he has to barely get out. He has one Lear still in the Empress again, but I can't imagine he'll commit. A Lear put out. He's just stuck on Speedway. He actually gets it all the way to the back into back sight, as you say, Kurt. But it back used to move it even further, flash out, and everybody's getting punished back and forth. Western U gonna run back here to what there's only so much they can do with the sheriffs they have. How much power, but still making even across the board with one person left, and will be soon in boathouse. Puts out the shots, but gets more put into him.
Hey, I think I was pretty right in my prediction. When you say Ravish,
I believe you. Yeah.
What do you mean you believe me? You just saw the round. What did you think?
Look, man, I think when I ask you these questions, I know personally in my heart that you're going to be exactly right every single time. So I say it with utter and absolute faith, of course.
Wow, I feel so special.
Sure. All right.
I've charged up the lockdown coming into this round though, so should be a nice hold on the side of UH Premier. But this is the Odin coming out from soon, and we know Silva's on the Odins. Oh, but this is going to be the showstopper coming out immediately. Picks out Lima away and another. That's a member disadvantage for UH Premier. What are you gonna do now? As Silvatron gonna spot him out as well.
I mean, not just disadvantage, but disadvantages. They make that a double, but as moved over the shot for the Odin's there too, and that immediate push stopper. That is the Smeeg Destroyer with that Odin out low. Corey able to get one back. He's in a 4v1. He doesn't have the spike. Now he does. Now the question is, what can he do about it? He peeks in nicely, well done, but that makes someone's opposition. They're all back down by spy spawn. Doesn't really suddenly have time to plant. Either firewall goes up, but they can just peek through it. Is he gonna fake it? No. He's in so much trouble, Kura. As he'll be face to face with 3 members in front of him, and he goes bye-bye.
Alright, and there we go. We've hit the 8-4 that I was asking for on the side of Western University. Right there, it was just a showstopper and the extra pick on that A site, which did not allow for UH Premier to have pressure anywhere else on the map. And so they decided, all right, 2 members are already down. We have to push B at this point. And so they tried doing that, but too many members got taken down. So now going into the second half, we are going to have Western University on attack. And I expect for the hold to be pretty good, and it's going to be up to Qsotic and Jayzao to get them onto the site because again, it is the Astra Killjoy. Didn't see it have too much of an impact during that last half though, as we didn't see the toaster oven suck. As I'm gonna coin that toaster oven suck.
Mm-hmm.
Find that rhythm.
But just call it toaster oven. You know, that also works. It's pretty easy.
But like. You have to add the suck because the toaster oven is the toaster oven. And like the Astra Star is like the extra on top of it because you don't have Astra every single time.
You know what? You're right. How could I have been so foolish? But with how we're looking at it right now for UH Premier, though, they have a pretty solid setup on the defense. There's 2 looking up by trees. They should be able to find the members of Western U pushing up here. They're peeking it out back and forth. Nice little crossfire as they get smoked out. The question is, will they peek in? They push out some speed fires. The Star actually spots them all the way back to the Jayzao. Might be in a little bit of trouble, but this will at least allow Western U to move it onto site. Spike should go down as well.
Now all 5 members of UH Premier have already rotated over, just waiting. We have Zam on the backside waiting to see if anyone is going to come in through Cat, but nobody is. They're coming in through Tree.
Oh! Coming into Tree would be an understatement as they're all just dying one after another. Because that'll be, honestly, that's just the round over right now for UH Premier. And yep, right at the back, Max cleans it up. Western U, another strong start. If they make it an 8-6 half, they have some real chances going into the next.
Yeah, that is true. And right there, it's going to be UH Premier. I thought it was really good that they stayed 5 members strong, waited to push back onto the site, but they just could not retake that for some reason. And so it's going to be, as you said, Western University, strong start on the pistol, should be able to pick up another. This time though, interestingly enough, they are playing split up. We have 2 members outside of B where there are 3 pushing and they're going to get pinched right here.
These are the kind of pistols I long to see, but there's waiting at the side. They're outgunned and unfortunately outmanned. It'll take 2 people to clean up for Eric Appleson is going to try his darndest to not cry in a corner as he's up against so many.
Yeah, definitely good idea, but I think Western University did expect that a little bit as they were playing behind that hut and not in front of it. So they were able to peek out in front of it, especially with the Killjoy turret watching mid and just spray them down one by one. So now it's going to be up to Western University to win this round as they are now going against the full rifle buy of UH Premier. Nobody's ults are coming up anytime soon, and it looks like it is going to be a 4-1 split with Qsotic playing more of a lurker at A.
Receiving a comment anything from it. We've seen Qsotic usually play on the A side, and usually more the big standard setups too that we have here on a set. You know, one looking down by 8 to catch any aggressive pushers, or even at least to catch any flankers. But with both sides having guns, though, it might be a different story. We've seen UH Premier come back easily in the previous half when they had some firepower on their hands. The question is how to stop this push first. The pistol round just didn't go too hot, but they spotted right away, Kura. They know this is coming, but they also see Lee Moon Wei peek out as well. Because they really give up trees and other movement on the site. But no, I'm a liar. He decides, no, I'm going to get my revenge right away.
Oh.
Spike down, that's the double. And he's being positioned on the side. They really able to get one back, but he's flashed and he's dead. That round's done? What happened?
The round is done because Jivy got 2 headshot wall bangs onto the side of Western University. And if I were them, that is a big feels bad, man. That's the first one. And the second one just spraying through the smoke and against that corner. Jayu staying alive on site for as long as they could, able to just finish off that round. Quick, easy, simple out of UH Premier, but that is okay for Western University as they will also pick up those full rifles in this round. Now on the attack, looks like the spike is making its way toward A. You're going to be that one-way coming out once again. And just make as much noise as possible, but did not know that the spike is actually here.
But they do know that the members of Western here are here at least, because they were able to spot out too. So recon dart yet again. Unfortunately, gets stuck onto the wall, needed a bit more centimeter of clearance, but still though, Wish Premier being a lot more safe, that water taking aggressive peeks. And Western U as well, waiting for them to push into them. Because we know how Houston likes to do so, as have them able to gain their advantage before, as short shoulders peaks, but they move away, staying safe.
I'm a little bit surprised that UH Premier isn't deciding to push out and be more aggressive. They're just holding these angles right now as Western University. They've just backed completely off of A, looking toward mid and B, as Willie and Jayza have been just hanging out in B main for quite a while.
Just chilling, having a good old time. And honestly, why wouldn't they? Because they know that the defense, they gotta chill. They have to wait for the opposition to possibly go up against them, but at the back, no one's watching it. But she gets picked off, and nice double as well.
One enemy.
JLE at least being one after another. The question is, can they get more? No, they cannot, but it won't matter because the round is unfortunately over. All by the end of it. Nicely well played slow round there by Western.
Yeah, they just waited so patiently, and then they knew UH Premier were also just sticking their guns and did not rotate anybody over from that A site, and then just got stuck, especially since Qsada came up mid, able to pick off those two members, giving Western University that member advantage. So now they will have the Empress to work with and the Killjoy lockdown. But on the side of UH Premier, we have 3 ultimates, 1 ult point away. They're going to look to push a little more aggressively out mid this time. I just follow the silver drone, but yeah, that's gonna at least see 1 member.
I believe it's already spotted a 2 tagged 1 though, but now we're looking for pot shots at least. He peeks down mid. He's been picked out like this before as well. Wants to get the taste of own advantage. Nice. That's a flaster as well. Go for a really aggressive peek kill. Lockdown put him through. Clear out B side. It should allow them to move it one after another. Question is, how does Premier replay this? Or will this stay on site and try to pick off one after one? Eric Appleson still staying for far too long, but able to at least get down 2, make it 3 for 3 here, correct?
So the last 3 members of Western University are still stuck inside of B main, and as I say that, Qsada has used the showstopper to make some space, allowing for Western University to at least get on the site.
Woo! Wait, with a nice swing at the back, able to pick out Max. So now, Mr. Back and forth though, but they're just falling into Qsadic's hands. It's going right into
so
the barrel
low
of his gun. He shoot me. JU as well too. He has 1 smoke in a TP. Up against so much shots and 1 more. He's picking me up the green boxes. And he's paranoid him. Doesn't want to. No, paranoid at the wrong time. No.
I think he was getting ready to throw out a smoke there or something, but oh, they were 1 hit away from being able to finish off that round, and because of that, UH Premier have to go on a save. And they do have the Blade Storm, bring a knife to a gunfight. Works in this case for Jet on Jivy. Know how to run it back and the from the shadows, but I don't really foresee either of them being used this round. And as I say that, Koi has, he's bought a Bulldog.
Respectable. Besides that, he at least wants to have a bit more firepower in his hands, but and with a really nice push out too. We usually see this push accompanied by the breach, but almost nobody is sure. They're chilling on the other side, Current. Yeah,
they are, because I think Western University once again expected for UH Premier to push out quickly because they were on the save. But now they're going to congregate outside of A, but we do have that utility from Eric Appleson onto that site.
It's very used to stop the plan for a little bit longer at least. Able to tag 1 after another, but Witty, he has the see him, boom, and bang. 2 easy headshots, run after another. We knew Premier was on the save, so what a flawless Western you put him a statement.
And it's 9-9 now. Western University getting a new lease on life on the attack, winning out 5 out of the 6 rounds. But now it's going to be up to that operator on Jivy. Is that the first operator we've seen this game, Ravish?
It is indeed, Kura.
All right, it's going to look like that op is holding down screens. But unfortunately, Western University, they're not going to be there. They're going on to A through main. It's going to be up to Jayu if they decide to push that.
Enemy tag.
Although Op doesn't find much, that we've seen his position here on the previous
Oh,
round. Western, but as soon as JV just immediately exit these sight lines,
They know.
he should be able to find out what as soon as he sees the hilt of their gun. Western U will be so much trouble. They have the Lear as well, so they should be able to stop him, make sure to do so. Shots out immediately up. Immediately wins out too. Good dash, saving his life, but this gives Western U to plant on sight.
Yeah, but because of that dash away, Jayu was just stuck alone onto the A site and was completely exposed.
Run it back as well. Used to all the lockdown and congestion. Lockdown destroyed as they pick off the members of all of Western one after another. There's 3v2. To the door still not open, but can he get out more? Yes, he can soon. His body moved to the sight lines. Leaks taken off at the back. Now just one person left to be my main man, Willie. Oh, Willie! Nice shot.
Oh.
Spotted out. Good trade by Koi.
And UH Premier there. Woo, we're able to finish off that round using quite a few ultimates on their side. I believe it was the Hunter's Fury and the Blade Storm from their side. And that is still going to be the op on Jivy as we see it. Gonna be the run it back from Koi as well, just being able to take out those members. And that Hunter's Fury did distract everybody a little bit there. As UH Premier are going to put themselves back into the lead. But this time, if Jivy peeks screens, he is once again not going to be able to find anybody. Oh, that's a really nice flash, but Koi still gets punished for that.
Stays for a bit too long. His flash only lasts for unfortunately not long enough for him to be able to stay there, get some shots off, and possibly make it out back. He's not a jet, so that easy gets punished. So the 3 people there did, although do rest at the altar. So 3v4 shot dart out to possibly cast some chip damage right now. Just waiting for the dark cover to dissipate. So Western U can move in onto site.
They still should have some Astra smokes left, but they have a full minute. They do not have to push B. Oh no, that recon turret is going to spot out 2 members there. They're going to know.
They have to at this point. They're not just stuck down to B main. Possibly not much ways out there, but setting up some Astra util to at least be able to give them a bit of cover as moving on to the site. Now just a matter of time and patience. They're out.
Oh!
But just right the last second before he can even plant. There's 3 triple headshot from the Bulldog.
30 seconds left.
Making it equal. 30 seconds left. They have to go for the plant now. Western U is slowly and surely sneaking the way through, but Eric Appleson is there. He puts out the turret. They know they made it way onto site. Spots out his counterpart. Is just Max left. Mike is gone. He's paranoid and he's dead. Sayonara.
Seems like you actually pick up on these names faster than I do. I just noticed that it was Max backward.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that happened like yesterday too or something, right? Or maybe last week?
You gotta notice that more often than not. I find that's just the main trend with Valorant players. If they can't get the actual name, they'll spell their name backwards. So if you can't see something at the front and it's all consonant, exactly. I believe that's really where it originated from. So if you can't get the first name, see where it's from. Yeah.
All right, looks like I'll have to spell Kurohaneko backward on some of those MMORPG sites. Western University, they're gonna have a lot more to work with as it's gonna be the early lockdown coming out. This time they're gonna push A, but okay, that's the up already down.
Yeah, unfortunate timing there too. Right past the lockdown, he was up against 2 and a nice shot. Well, by Jesus to shut him down. Lockdown gonna dissipate, but at least but this is space they're needed, which is exactly what they want out of it. Now the question is how UH Premier comes back into it here, Kura. Although not necessarily down a ton, they have a ton they can work with. They're just getting shot up all by heaven. They know where they are through the bridge. All the way up top. It will collapse underneath them. And they will fall one after another. UH Premier able to chalk up the round.
And they were trying to go onto the site, trying to get those trades. But did not happen as both members were just taken out on either side. Western University going to go out a little bit from that site and try to hunt that weapon down. But it's just going to be Eric Appleson chilling with that operator to save it for the next round. Western University now, closing the gap. No, don't pick that. Oh, run. Oh. All right. They have remained safe. Mr. President is safe. And the operator back onto Jivy. Going to need to see it. Pick off some members of Western University. Best case scenario, pick off that showstopper or pick off that Empress.
The shutdown of both of those two crucial ultimates from them denying to get onto the site and from allowing Reyna to not just become an absolute monster would be extremely ideal. But that was actually a really nice drone there too. Should be able to spot out at least three of them. And he's up against three spots. Gets back in the trades go back and forth. For Premier, the heads up aggressive play. Here, just to get out of this, sneaks in, and no, he gets toaster, and he's made well done. It's like, as you mentioned.
Nice and crispy. That's the exact words. Nice and crispy.
Thank you.
It's still going to be Western University with 3 members left. Looking like the Cosmic Divide is going to go down. Just to block off both Market and Defender spawn. This? Oh no. Alright, there we go. That's the operator shot I wanted to see. As Western University have not used this to push onto site. Oh, now they are.
You hear this now. Spots the turret. He actually pushes the wall so it gives them all the information they need and Jayu at the back. Able to stop the Freeman touching the grounds of the spike floor.
Match point.
They waited a little bit too long there just to try to get onto the site. Unfortunately, did not have any flashes or anything else other than the Cosmic Divide. And as the Astra was taken down mid, did not have any more smokes to try to get onto the site. So now, it's still those ultimates up that I was talking about before. 3 offensive ultimates on the side of Western University. They need to use it this round, or else the game is going to be over. But on the other side, going to be the Hunter's Fury and the Run It Back. Also from the Shadows, could obtain some more information. It's like they're not going toward B anymore. B is too scary. Going to make their way toward A, as A has provided them with some more success.
Usually once A pushes start off by getting some good positioning in trees. The question if they're not able to do so, it could be their overall dismay. But Jayu gets spotted for a very aggressive peak, and this could actually shut the round off for Western U to stay alive in this game. Make sure they don't fall out one after another, because now they're just so close, possibly make it even harder for you to use. The flash is out, core the run it back. Not gonna get punished. He's not gonna spot it out as of yet. There's a peaks in. They're gonna go off of A and move it over to B as they open.
And that is going to be the Empress popped, and has a shadow here, but boy. That's the smoke because of the alarm, but now in a 3v5. This is not looking good for UH Premier.
Not at all. If Limo Way manages to get at least 2 there, it might look a little bit better, but the site is there. The 2v4 for Jivy. Long was Killjoy too. It could possibly try to possibly with his back, but it's such a situation. They have all the utility on them too. Possibly a couple cloud bursts, but I've been moving onto the side, but taking the side back is extremely difficult. I don't know if they'll be able to do that. Who's in? Nice shot! XL1, 3v2, not impossible. Gonna put out the toaster of it as it is frying. Have to make sure they stay them up for a little bit longer. 3v2, you're still nice shot from Jivy. One more left, and the coordination from Premier to take them all the way home.
Wow, that was just a 2v4. One coming in from stairs, one coming in from the sidewalk. Takes out those members of Western University, not able to trade each other out. So that is going to be UH Premier taking map number 1.
really well played here, honestly, by both sides. I was generally impressed to see it. Although Premier, they're playing a little bit closer to the chest, like TSM not taking a single pistol round. But Western, this is the performance that we wanted to see out of them the entire season here, Kerr. We want to see them show up and show out, and looks like the roster changes have fallen out well. Because look, man, most of them, right, all the way at the top here, so we know just how close of a game this was. So we'll see if they'll possibly be able to bring it back on Bind. They are on the attack yet again on the next one. But it's going to be a closer match than all of us thought, and I am genuinely all here for it. So when we come back, y'all make sure not to go anywhere. But we got more Valorant coming at you right here on CF1.
Giving up, letting go. Times we might feel compelled. Looking down from the heights that we have built all by ourselves. And there is fear of the unknown, but we cannot lose control. When we feel like the world is against us, we're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for. Into the infinite that we must reach. 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 Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we love what is throwing off our balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for.
And welcome back to CF1, everybody. I'm Ravish with my Quran.
Why are you laughing so much about that? That wasn't even that funny.
It was great. It's just so funny. It's just when we were talking about like, yeah. So I was just dying in game, and so that's
Okay, I'll explain it because he's just laughing way too much. I had to
sorry.
clear my throat in the middle of the game, so I muted my mic
That's wonderful.
and coughed it out, and only the producer saw me. So that was good. You guys didn't see me.
And that's what matters. We would never want to be able to desecrate any sort of identity ever. You got to make sure to keep your broadcast face on, right? It's like,
Yeah, mhm.
who you are in front of everybody is where you are everybody else as well. But
No coughs
that's
allowed, no
matter.
sneezes.
Nothing. Yeah, we stay consistent and motionless as usual. This is how I talk always when I talk to everybody, right? But enough about us, right? Let's move into talking about the games we just saw, the match we have heading for us as we're going on to Bind, girl.
We are going on to Bind, and it's going to be a Western University on the attack with UH Premier on the defense. So I'm going to say the same thing. Let's go for an 8-4 on the attack for Western University.
As one more important thing too is I believe Houston as well had to have a quick E-sub of the previous round due to all the back and forth, but they do have their full roster back and in action, which is now I'm excited to see the possible full power of Houston as it comes out within force, right? But on the other side, for Western, we were saying it, they put up a real fight and showed the teams that most of these guys don't even have on their main like top 20, top 30 power rankings, putting up an actual fight up against the top dogs Houston, the previous round winners, the undefeated Titans in Conference 1. So perhaps this is a new trend. The roster changes are looking good here for Western. I expect to see more out of them.
Yep, I do too, as that is going to be a very quick lock-in on their side. And look at that. It is going to be, once again, that Astra Killjoy on to Bind. I think I actually like that as well. It's going to be up to them to try to hold down all those sites, though. As I said, in that previous map, it didn't show its full potential, and I feel like they can just try to do that much more on Bind, especially since if you have the attackers just jumping out of hookah, and you put a little molly at the bottom and you put that gravity well, you're doomed. That's another toaster suck.
I see. Just, what? I welcome all the possibilities of the toaster suck in this game, girl. But unfortunately, because it is yet to be revitalized, I'm starting to doubt the overall viability of all these toasters that you're presenting within the game. Like, as much as I want to be able to experience it for myself, like, I don't know, like, kind of stuck. I'm thinking, like, maybe might not get to happen. So for all the teams listening, if you can give it just one toaster suck, I'll go home and sleep a happy little boy as you head into the game. See, immediately Cooler pushes out to right down by short. Doesn't spot anybody at all, but as all moving in, there's two through showers, one peeking at the back, has a spike drop. Now the question is, can they recover it? Western U might be in a little bit of a tiffy and a jiffy. Smokes out one after another. They all seem to be dropping at the back. Nobody's covering it either. A good start to a very aggressive round as they manage to wait their way onto the site. The spike gets dropped.
Spike planted.
Spike's gonna get planted, but it's still gonna be Eric sitting inside of U-Haul.
One after another, just right clicks are good. Just right click, it would have gotten even more, but it doesn't matter. Oh my god, bro. His side gets a triple. Just the classic, trying to make up for it. That's 1-for-1. Shot dart out as a close call. But can he defend? He knows he needs to take out the attacker, though. Limon Way in such a tough spot. Like he's thinking that he knows he has to get it to at least half. But where he's coming from. His back is exposed. He's not looking. Peeks into the side. Gets the shot. Will stay alive. And gets the defuse.
And there we go. UH Premier retaking A site. I thought that they were not going to be able to do it, but it's just going to be Eric, MVP, for that round, staying alive in U-Haul and fending off Western University. I believe he fended off 3 members there, as his partner of Jivey just died on that site. As Another little playback right here. Like that is the triple coming out, allowing for UH Premier to have enough time to rotate over. So this time, they're not TSM. They're gonna win the pistol, right? Because TSM never wins pistols.
They don't. Well, actually, if you look at the recent series within Gen G, they're actually looking quite good. But that's just semantics, right? That's one of a case study. But Sonic moves in just to get shot with a judge in the other face. These judge on judge battles only allow one judge to lose. It hurts my heart to see Ikura. I'm a judge fanatic. I don't even a fanatic at that. Let's jump at the end, push the passing. Yes! For Eric Appleson.
That was... We saw an ace second round on the first map out of Jzao, and this time, it's going to be Eric Appleson's turn. Get the ace on the other side, using that judge and pulling out the classic there at the very end. Western just stayed outside of U-Haul and just let them spray him down. Or that's not really a spray, that's like a riddle them with bullet holes kind of situation.
So shoot them, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Shoot them down. There we go. I like that a lot better.
Boy shoots them down as well, too. Nice trade. Gets a 2 for 2. 2 for 1, sorry. That's repositioned. Use the C4. Players at the back,
no.
but they have Lumain way on their flank. And Western U gonna run over after another. Max gets 1. The results again a 1 for 1 so far, but he has a judge. Peeks in. He can't take this trade, but yes, he can because he has a Spectre instead.
Alright, and that really wasn't a buy coming out from either side, but UH Premier being so aggressive, coming up behind Western University as they were trying to take hookah control. Not much to be said around there, as that is the third round going to UH Premier, and it is going to be the operator coming out for Lee Mun Wei, holding a site. Western University looks like they're going to be pushing down short once again. They do have that showstopper available, which could get a little bit dicey, as this is not Jet. You cannot dash away.
But maybe just getting one pick.
Oh!
Shot out in a cooler. The man who was missing the previous round coming back and making his absence noted. Absolutely positively, Showers being pressured upon them, but so far Western U gonna make it through. Nice drone, gonna spot out one, gonna put at least a bit more of a farther scope. Make sure they're not just being shot as soon as they move in. Now Western U have it repositioned. They want to go up against the one shot, one kill.
That's going to be the paranoia coming out as well. Not going to find anybody for this side of UH Premier. There is still a Jzao lurking in showers, trying to give UH Premier a hard time and keep those members' focuses, as it's going to be a small rotate toward this B side. They know that somebody is still sitting in hookah. Silverdrone's going to come out, and that is going to be the run it back, sent immediately back.
Jzao makes the return, feels good while doing it, but doesn't necessarily matter when the op is even cleaner at the back. Still, before taking in, nice little headshot. He just sprays them down. The hookah stuck in. Sorry. Stuck in hookah, 16 health. Another shot that could be able to finish him off. They spot him. They know he's dead. He's gonna probably get pictured upon. No! Op shot through the smoke will end his life.
Jzao tried as hard as they could to try to get UH Premier to stay on A. Not gonna work out, as it's just gonna be the operator, honestly, staring them down as UH Premier is taking a commanding 4-0 lead. Once again, pushing Western University back onto the sheriffs. They're going to need to have those headshots come out as they're congregating outside of B once again. And this time, looks like it could be an aggressive push coming out from these two members.
Aggressive would be an understatement. The Boombatsu flash in, they spot out one, but they can't get any picks, but they have the information at least. Shots in, Jimmy just staying. He's breaking this short. His domain. But there's the suck, but there's no toaster. No toaster is being made, unfortunately. Another disappointment. Another day, leave him on the way. Spots the leg, but cannot find the head, unfortunately. Now, Western, you only lose one after all that.
Silverdrone gonna come in through hookah, but will not really spot anybody out. Oh, that off shot. Both shots are going to miss.
Gotcha.
Oh.
The flash won't.
Oh no.
Unfortunately. Because all he sees is white, and then all he sees is other team's perspectives. A sad story, really. But the movement away, I should go down. You see them here?
Camera taken out. Fires out.
And they find them too, unfortunately. We're just chasing down through short, gonna use that Vandal like it's a scoped in, taken out. Another one bites the dust. Western EU.
Yeah, they did rotate, but it's just gonna be the Cypher. Holding down A short with the camera, with that cage, not allowing for Western University to take any clean picks there. As we saw, they're going to try to peek them together, and it's going to work, but they will not be able to finish it off. Bringing this to a 5-0, all ultimates available for the side of UH Premier. So Western University here, they're stuck in that ping pong economy that I know you always love to say. And they're really going to need to do something now with that Cosmic Divide, Hunter's Fury, or Showstopper. One of those ults. Pick out somebody from UH Premier. That could be the site. As you see, everybody moved up quite far on each of these holds.
Just trying to be able to establish more of the dominance and not even give Western U a little bit of space to move in. Camera spots, one gets taken out though, but yet again, a cooler uses that event like the Guardian. That's trying to say before scoped in and only headshots. Actually picking it the back, finally found his corner for his next positioning. They know that it's moving not to be that, and that shot should be able to at least give them the space they need. Oh, and Jamie moves in, gets two at the back as he peeking one after another. The Western not winning out on these duels, unfortunately here, correct. It's just coming down to the shots of the day. He's never able to land more. The pair of peeks at the back, and even through all the pre-fires, Eric Appleson wins. A spike down, does Max there. He can't necessarily even recover it because it was dropped onto site, and they know exactly where he is, and he will die because of it.
Yeah, it's just going to be the gunfights won on the side of UH Premier. And now, because they have such a lead, it seems like they're going a little more aggressive on these holds, as we saw. Gonna pay out for them. Didn't pay out for them the first kill, but other than that, will work out in their favor. As Western University now, they're stuck back onto the Sheriffs, and this is going to be such a difficult situation for them. This round might be a little bit doomed, but the next round, they will also have all 5 of those ultimates up. So I'm looking forward to seeing a 5-man sneak. Let's go. Let's do it.
If only all your dreams could come true at one time here, Kura. I know we'd all be smiling ear to ear. Started looking to punish one though. At least there's a fight. Everybody not being long moves at the last second. That's just that Valorant time to get it back. But it's Koi at least waiting to represent at the right time. Take out to now Western U stuck down short. Where they are. The peek in. There's a smoke though, along with the toaster. But now here nothing burning because unfortunately there's nothing inside. The Wildbang will take out another.
No.
With a surprise. You're dead.
That was so bold, but it's just gonna be, wow, UH Premier, those 2 members pushed out B long, and they just held it and waited because they knew the spike was gonna come a little bit later. And so when Western University lost control of the spike, the rest of the round was just very difficult for them. Nice crossfires coming out from the defender side. All right, new round, let's see it. I really need to see them pop on because they are running out of options. They can't even get onto these sites right now.
I mean, considering all the ultimates they have on site, they should be able to just make do with one though. But the dart is big. They have the flashing. You can do a showstopper. Doesn't get anybody at all, but they're just getting shot up all over the place, even in their own spawn. They, like you mentioned, get off site. They can't even get off long for they might make them hurt for at least as soon. Wants his revenge for his teammates. He walks around just a pile of his comrades. He's looking to at least get the spike onto a single site. Will he be able to do so? And no, he won't.
UH Premier being aggressive once again. The showstopper that I wanted to see on the side of Western University going to be used on the side of UH Premier, and that completely cancels out the run it back. And because the run it back was in the open, and they did not expect for UH Premier to push up so far already, won't really do too much good for Western. They're going to try once again, still posturing outside of B, but it is still looking like UH Premier looking to be aggressive in Octagon.
This is the round where all might come to fruition, though. It's sucked there, nice. So run it back to spots them out, puts a couple shots down. It won't exactly result in much, so either, but at least the Molly will save him from pushing out all the way against them. But the grenade will be good for the get down. Jimmy, the volley punish him. The second get the back, showstopper pushed out. Let's get the one down the elbow, but they only have marshals. They share a side. What more can they do? But exactly that, at least one more shot in, it gets divided. They're not looking coy. He's looking at the side, but this is the person in front of him. They get on the side here, cuts back to finally go down. 2v5, but they're all solo. Can they punish them? As he bobbing, weaving through the wall, back and forth to win the ring around the Rosie. Unfortunately, would die right after. It's a fun, it's short-lived game. Just one left.
Cosmic Divide working out in favor of Western. Oh, and that is the crossfire coming out. Looked really dicey, but that is going to be one round on the board for Western University. They had to expend 3 of their ultimates to even get onto the site and punish those members of UH Premier that they knew were going to be a little more aggressive. Now, because UH Premier, they've been losing a lot of members recently. And so if they do lose another round, economy won't be too great on their side. So this round's going to be pretty important for both of these teams, as the only really aggressive ultimate coming out will be that Soba's Hunter's Fury. This time, UH Premier are going to take a little bit of a back foot. They're not going to push out Octagon again. They know that Western University may expect, so this time, they're going to sit 2 members in Hookah as the only 2 members holding B. Master Stars are going to be in there as well, so they have to be a little bit cognizant of that when they choose to push back onto the site.
Gets spotted, but the op shot won't be good, but at least it'll be enough to push them back to this close to the site. But it's a little bit longer. They're even better to get one. Op is down. The site should be theirs, but look at 2 members down in Hookah. Moving to push out, possibly. They have the smoke and cover. Flash out, peek in. Jay's out. 1-for-1. Nice little trade. One for the what can we get more? These are shots in. That spike is there. Completely in the control. Willie looking for possibly a flank, but he's not stuck all alone, Kura.
And that is going to be the TP once again coming out from Akula. It's just going to be through the door to take out Willie. Really just hammering in the nails right now for Western University. As once again, they had a really good start, right? But they still could not push onto a site. They took down the Opper. They had that opportunity, but Koi just working around that smoke that was in Octagon and still just flicking onto the heads of Western University. And this is the 11th round now. 2 more rounds left in this half, and it is not looking like they're going to hit the 4-round goal that I wanted to see.
Maybe the 3 round might be enough, but look for Koi to possibly push out to get that altar up this time too. The season started there along with the boom, but to get spotted out, so he sees at least one. Western University looking to get real aggressive, push at the back, nice flash. Can they get the Hunter's Fury too? No, they cannot. They can't get the Sova, but at least they know he's positioned right outside of spawn. And then being able to punish one of the members going a bit too far if it's good. Manakula, the ADS from him is so clean. You're looking in, but unfortunately he's up against 2. The opposition is too much. 4v3, Western U. What are you gonna do? And you'll die. No, this is that one. Oh my god, that was gross. Yeah, there's just this is bad crap. I don't know. This is it was bad.
Paranoia is going to seal the deal, bringing it to 10-1. No ultimates even need to be expended there for the side of UH Premier. This will be a full rifle round coming out from both teams, but this is looking really dire for Western right now. They only have that run it back from Jay Zhao. If he doesn't use it to find any picks, the round could be doomed.
Because both Jivia and Koi, with just one more, have their ults up as well too. So if either one get the ult or punish another, punishes other, looking down B long. That'll be just so much off for UH Premier that
Age triggered.
it's just the punishment could be immense. But a cool at the back makes a little bit of damage. Doesn't want to go up against 4 people, depending on how much he's up against. But yet again, you still with the same sort of setup. Premier playing a lot farther back to have the stars. This could be the way not to sight, but UH is rotating over.
And this time, they're going to be like, B, doesn't work. Let's try A for this last round, but it is still going to be the Cypher setup with the cam, with the cage. And Eric Appleson still in this position in lamps.
Joke's over. You're dead.
But there's the running back, at least to allow the paranoia to the spot on 1. The Hunterfield uses retribution to get another spike. It's still in their hands. No, it's not letting much to say that. I cast the curse, I'm sorry, but it doesn't necessarily matter because right now Western U are just locked in a deadlock hallway battle up against almost all the members of UH Premier, and there's no way out except pushing happens.
And it's basically only going to be the Hunter's Fury that stops Western University in their tracks. Now going on to the defense, as I said, Astra Killjoy is very strong. But we're going to need to see Western University take full advantage of that as I said, that last map, I don't think they really did. So hopefully we're going to see that Astra Killjoy play together, try to get some of these rounds off UH Premier, especially this pistol. If they don't win this pistol, it's going to be 12-1. And against that weapon advantage from UH Premier, it just might be over.
This is probably the most important round here for Western U if they hope to see themselves stay alive for a little bit longer in this game. But now UH Premier, the aggressive team that we know that the B gets spotted out as moving fast, moving hard and loose, immediately playing punch back and forth. Frenzy's out, but he's down one after another. They're losing it, but unfortunately gets 3-1. 3 for 2 at the end. The math is not unfortunately still in their favor. UH Premier for a 2v2 spike in their hands. And through out the side, they're going to plan. They're coming in the back to spawn. Omen is looking, but can he get the shots in? Peek in, one more grenade out. They get it, and Willie saves the day. Western U stay alive, Kura.
Whew! Alright, I was gonna mention that they still had the shot dart, still had the hour drone, but they just aggressively peeked for the smoke. Did not work out. That was a great altercation there as well in Octagon, just taking advantage of UH Premier just being so aggressive and just did not hit their shots going in, which was very unfortunate. At least they were able to clean up, making it a 2v2. But now, Western University looks like they are not going to have the full gun advantage because UH Premier, they are buying up. They are going for broke. They are looking to win this round as they are pushing. Looks like they're going to be pushing A, but oh, look at this. It is the Astra utility and the Killjoy utility right here.
Peek in, like at the back. We've seen this play before, and it's like I'm getting deja vu. We in the Matrix, something because somebody needs to slap me out of it, just judge gaming in. But Willie, gonna get with a 2K. Don't call it a 3K yet, because it won't be. But now Koi is super duper low. In order to say they have some shallow control. But can Western U come back into this? It is still even odds on both sides. Coming all the way back through heaven. They don't spot anybody as of yet. Astra U being set up to possibly just stave them off and get some advantages. It's not like and the shot dart is good. Koi was super low. Nice flash out, but Lima was holding it down as he moves out through lamps. He'll die. Bye-bye.
There, Western University, even though UH Premier bought up and it was looking really dicey at the start, pulling it back, taking that Spectre round. So 11-2-3, they are still keeping themselves into this. UH Premier are going to have to take a back foot now and just buy those shares, but shares could still win you around. There haven't really been too many thrifties in this series, but we've seen it, so it is possible. Again, some of the ults are, they're quite close. We have 5 out of 7 on Soon and 5 out of 7 on Willie for the Hunter's Fury and the Lockdown. Doesn't look like either of them are going to be playing for orbs too much. Willie could get the Showers orb because there is nobody there. Doesn't look like they're going to push out right now, but Zhao is punished.
Zhao looking for the same strat that was done to him previously. The backings rushed in. This was the Smeeg. You wanted
Fake.
before here, Kurt, now with guns in their hand. US Premier looks to lock it down and get themselves the match
Player
point.
standing.
And shot through the wall, unfortunately. He's too late. Now Max. And looking to possibly save the round for his team. 3-1, not impossible, but tough at least. Doesn't have the Astra set up. It's one more shot looking a bit more plausible, but thrifty at the end. And just when you said we hadn't seen it before.
Match point.
There we go. UH Premier once again just being aggressive onto the site. It looks like the Stinger needs another nerf. As that was looking pretty unnerved there. Reminds me of the good old days. Western University now, they are not going to be able to really buy up on all those members. We have Spectres. We have judges coming out against basically the full buy from UH Premier. In addition, there is the showstopper. Hopefully it gets used here just to clear them out, but it looks like there's going to be a stack toward B. Everybody else is pushing A. Oh!
The back showstopper out gets punishing. Actually, Exotic actually able to get out though. Won't necessarily matter because right now, they should make the way farther and farther into the site. So they establish a pretty solid stronghold. Looks to peek in. Koi gets one, but he's up against 3. You cannot punish them. Not make it 3v3. Western, you can easily bring this back. Have the advantage. The Hunter's Fury's in. Also looking to catch out 1. Look to peek in. Nice tag. Just only get a second. They're not looking at Max. Gets a third. He just can't save the round of a cooler. But it will not matter, man. Max was such a heads-up play, saving the round to keep Western U alive.
It's going to be a whole game of whether or not UH Premier is too aggressive. We saw everybody just pushing them in Defender spawn, and we saw the Hunter's Fury available. I thought that Lima Wei was going to stay back and just wait, clutch out the round with the Hunter's Fury, but they did not check. People coming out of Defender spawn, Max able to catch 2 of them off guard, especially since they were distracted with the Defender's Hunter's Fury. So they're going to have a little more tools to work with this time, but not the buy to back it up. Not the buy on either side, actually, as it looks like we're going to go into a small pause as the teams are going to reset their mental a little bit. Could be the last round that we see tonight.
Yeah, just look back, confer. Like we see Lee Moonway has more than enough to possibly buy up this round and likely the next 2 with all the cash on his hand, but at least, I would just match his teammates for now. But for Western U, I see a Judge, I see 2 Vandals, because I know on their end, there's not a single round past this they can actually just afford to not buy or save us right now, because even when they don't, because even when this Premier's on save, it doesn't really matter. Because once they sneak in, they kill one after another, and then they get their guns. And what happens when they get their guns? It doesn't matter because their things end up happening here, Kura. So it's a tough call on both sides. But US Premier, now with the full roster, really been showing up.
Yeah, and it honestly looks like a different team. I feel like I did not see them be this aggressive during that last map, or maybe Bind is just their strongest map.
Possible. I would believe it, as I believe we did just have a small little DC. So wait for them to come on back. Because right now, Western U are fighting for their life and fighting for to possibly take down the Titans that are UH Premier, take them off their just absolutely massive winning streak, right? Show them that they're here to play and prove all the tier lists wrong that we currently have. The power rankings are false. Western U deserves to be all the way at the top, and UH Premier, they're to prove everybody right, at least. It's like the thing of The Office. Have you watched all The Office, Kara?
No.
Painful.
I know. Oh wait. The main person's name is Michael Scott, right?
Yeah, that's the boss. Can you name any more?
All right. I know. Okay, I know Pam.
Yeah.
I forgot.
And
I forgot
Pam,
the pair. Oh no.
It's like one of those iconic pairs on TV.
Jim,
like,
is it Jim?
Yeah, it's Jim. Let's go.
Okay,
Pam, Jim, and
yes.
Michael Scott. All right. Who is
I think
Jim
that's
always pranking? Come on. It's like there's a dude who always sits in front of him.
I haven't
weird
watched. I
glasses.
haven't actually watched The Office. I don't think I might have watched like one episode, but I'm sorry. Those are the only people I know, though. I got 3. Is that good? Like I got the main characters, right? Like aren't they the main characters?
Technically, yes, but sure.
Hey!
I'll,
It's in one of my books.
wait, did you say they were in one of your like class books you have to read about them or something?
No. I said it's a win in my books.
Oh, it's a win in my books. I was like, it's a one of your books. I'm like, what kind of courses are you taking? It's talking about the office history, bro. It's like, I want to be in that class. That sounds
Like,
sick.
It's probably like a film class or something, right?
But it's TV. It's not. You know what?
Or
I'm not even
TV
going
class,
for this.
pop culture class. I'm trying, all right. I'm trying to justify
UH
myself.
Premier is on the attacker. They're moving up B long. They're up against Jazak. He didn't flash, but he has it running back. He flashed now, though. I mean, caught with his pants down, and no, he's not. As Jazak gets sucked in, looking like possibly get one more keg on one of the return on the other end, though. UH Premier just getting punished all across the map. Oh.
And they're still going to be able to hold this off, even though Willie is still disconnected. So technically, we are in a 2v3 situation. Give me a corpse. Except with the orb.
Give me a corpse.
I don't know how to make that sound. I'm not going to make that sound. It's really hard.
Remaining.
Soon, up against one more. We gets traded in. At least Spike
Okay,
got
we're
in
actually in a
hand now.
1v1.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it said this. This could potentially be it. But he's peeking out such a. I don't know about
Don't have
this.
recon dart. They don't know. There's no way.
Oh!
There we go. Western University still able to pull it out 4v5. They're taking a page out of UH Premier's book. They're being aggressive in Octagon, and it is paying off, especially with Jazaz still fragging out on this map. So looks like they are just going to play with 4 members right now, and it's going to be quite difficult, especially since it is the Killjoy. You're not going to have that stopping power that you had before, and you're going to have to rely on either the hot hands or the grenades or maybe the Nova Pulses and Gravity Wells. But that's all you got.
And with that, try to make the best of it. Because right now, although it is just unfortunate that they're down, I think if you being the hardest for you, looking to make that a little bit more even at least, but UH Premier decided to get one tag, and there we go. Now that becomes a 4v4. Suddenly Koi down. A showstopper not up as of yet either, but taking a lot out of their hands. So the UH Premier was the same spot that they were Western unit the previous round. They're just stuck in this hallway, one after another. They cannot get out. They're just being gone down, and they're staying here for whatever purpose. Like, y'all gotta move. Don't just die. Why? Leave. Say bye. Come on, guys.
Yeah, but Jivey's there still has to retrieve the spike. Oh, doesn't look like any members of Western U are actually holding this angle. So they're going to get out for free. It's a 1v2, and this is very doable. 1 alt point away from getting that run it back. Looks like Max will only have that share of looking towards sight. Oh no, looking back now.
30 seconds left.
I don't know if they expect this. Oh! That's a nasty shot. Western University keeping themselves back in it. And as you said, they are stopping UH Premier, especially punishing them when they become too aggressive, like Koi did in that last round, pushing them back onto a save. And it looks like it could be a 12-7.
Rolling it back one after another. This defensive side is paying off in dividends, and now UH Premier yet again forced onto the save. We see Koi get that judge game yet again, so looking to make some like super aggressive plays, double C4 in, but now flashes out, no really covering down Guardian either. So we'll see how UH Premier decides to enter in. His initial drone trying to clear out as many sites as they can, but Max is there. Peeking at the side, nice grenade, double C4 in, a lot of damage already out. Koi peeks at the back. It's a tighter angle, but Max falls too. That's one more member. Western U not in their favor, making a 3v5. This judge actually winning with his shoulder. Peeks, how is he still alive? But on the other side, Western U is fought. The spike is going down, but they're all focused on Koi. We can't look anywhere else. Western U not to be able to look onto the site. It's gonna get pincered in. That is well, the flash out, but there's gonna go die, unfortunately, Kura. Western U can't do much against this attack, and this might be over.
This really might be. They have not dealt with Koi, but they're still coming on the site.
Maybe.
Oh no.
Attackers
Yeah.
win.
There we go. UH Premier taking the second map in a more dominating fashion, 13-6, and they're gonna finish off this series 2-0.
I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, what we did genuinely expect, but not like this, right? The first round, Dallas, then unfortunately have to pull it up Issa, but on the other end, Willie DCing the kept for the past couple rounds. You know, Western did put up a heck of a fight in the final couple rounds. They're really punishing Dallas for their super over aggression. I have to imagine that if they had everybody with them, this could have been a much closer series. Maybe we might see the overtime, but Dallas proving they're still top dogs, but definitely not, definitely have some chinks in their armor, you could say.
Yeah, for sure. So hopefully if we see them in the future, they will have perfected the art of the Smeeg.
I know you would hope for nothing more, as we'll cut it to a short break. When we come back, we will have the interview with all of the Dallas team. So we see you all there in a second.
to the other side. The other side. I'm the only one alive who get me to the other side. The other side.
And
All right,
welcome back, everybody, to CF1. When have you ever done that?
You told me to do it this time, and I was doing it, and then you just took it away from me.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna start here. Look, you know what? We'll take our discussions and arguments off air. When we're on air, we will be proper, normal human beings. Go ahead, Kura. Bring us in as a play-by-play that you are. Go ahead.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, as we are going to be starting this interview. Stop making fun of me. I can still see you. But we are joined today with Eric Appleson from UH Premier. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Right, and I got to ask you this question. Right? You fanned Icebox both times that you've been on stream. What's up with that?
I mean, Icebox is it's a fine map, but like we just feel better about the other maps. That's really it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the map. Yeah.
I'm assuming you don't have any Viper players or anything like that.
We've been experimenting with the Viper. So like lately we've changed the comps where I've been playing Omen and we've had a cool on the Cypher, and we've also had other games where we play a cool on the Viper and I play the Cypher. So we're kind of experimenting and we're still trying to figure out where we want to go. But for now we're keeping it simple with me on the Omen, and yeah, that's how we decided to run it today.
That does make sense, and I know that you had to bring in a sub for that first game. So is your style mostly that 5-man really aggressive push that we saw in Bind, or is it more of that kind of slow, methodical that we saw on Ascent?
Usually we're pretty aggressive. I mean, the main problem with Ascent was, I mean, we lost both pistols, so we really couldn't go super aggressive because we can't really risk those rounds. But yeah, with the sub, we definitely wanted to play a little bit more safe, more conservative, and I mean, it showed. But once Akula came in, we're pretty comfortable with each other, so we decided, you know what, let's just LW, play together, play for the trades, and that's how we decided to play the map.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Ravsh, got anything?
I mean, I was about to say I was gonna point to my keyboard and say like, so do you guys use all WASD or just W? But already I got my answer. Appreciate y'all doing that. But yeah, based upon that too, I was gonna ask y'all, right? Look, going into the season and previously, y'all have been undefeated since December, which is a snuddy record to have. And I imagine you plan on dropping that anytime soon, or do you guys think you can go undefeated through the season as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd say we're one of the favorites in the Central region, so it's unlikely that we lose a map. It's definitely possible. I mean, OSU is a really great team, so if anything, we're definitely watching out for them. But for now, definitely don't think we're going to be dropping any mini maps until we face off them.
Confidence. I like it.
Respectable, right? And just go ahead and close this all off, right? And going into next week and throughout the season, right? What do you guys want to show for yourselves as a team? What do you want people to see? What do you want people to sing about you as a player? Maybe all together as Kook Esports.
I mean, as a team, I feel we're. I mean, I don't want to go like super egotistical, but like the team's like really in a good spot right now, and I want people to not necessarily be scared of us, but I mean, definitely watch out for us. You know, no one really wants to play against us. But like again, at this stage, there's a bunch of teams that nobody really wants to play against. You know, us, OSU, TAMU, those are the big scary guys. So we're definitely up there, and we definitely make it up. Give the lower teams a harder time, if that's a good way to put it. That answers the question.
Okay. No, it does. That is absolutely perfect. I believe that's everything from us here today. Thank you very, very much for coming on and talking to us, Mr. Eric Amperson. This was a pleasure to watch you on stream. Congrats on the ace, by the way. It was well done from your end, really clean.
Yeah, thanks.
It was beautiful to see. You see it again in front of your screen, man. Just look at the beauty, bro. I'm thinking, yeah, there's no way, right? One after another, everybody's going down. Judge Gaming at the back, you're not paying attention. Couple pot shots down, and the classic right click from that far away. They said they nerfed that, bro, but clearly not, because you still get bops with it. So respects on that. Really good stuff.
Yeah, no, that was just one of those plays you just go for, and it was a good one.
Going in your highlight reel for after this? Clipped it?
Oh, for sure.
All right, man.
Is it shout out time?
Oh, yeah,
Can I give him a shout out real quick?
Yes, you can. Of course
sure.
you can. I was going to say, it's like,
All right.
if you're good to go, but yeah.
All right, biggest shout out to Beanies. Thank you for the good power rankings this time. Scotty, I don't know what's happening to the secret formula, but you're doing a bad job on that one. I'm sorry. Kieran, you're a little bit off too, but Beanies, biggest shout out to you. And then biggest shout out to the rest of the team.
All right. I believe now that we have everything out of the way here, we got through it all. We appreciate you coming on, talking to us as always, my brother. Good luck to you and the rest of the team going throughout the season. We look forward to your performance and hopefully maintaining the undefeated stance.
All right, yeah, for sure. Thanks.
Yeah. Take care. Now, with that, remember here, friends, we do have our next stream coming up just tomorrow, 7 p.m. PST. That will be one you will not want to miss. We have more fantastic Valorant coming your way right in the Western region. So, wherever you are, make sure to keep watching CF1. With that all being said, thank you from us, all of us at production. All of you for watching. And from me, Kurha, Neko, and Ravishing Ravish. Y'all take care. We'll see y'all tomorrow.